Hello, testing, testing. I'm going on in about 2.5 minutes, 2.5 to 3 minutes. Welcome to Boss Moves. I'll see you in 2.5 to 3 minutes. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Boss Moves. Thank you for joining me this Thursday, February 18th, 2025. We got an interesting presentation for you today. If you haven't noticed, behind me, I got my green screen up. Today is really just a test run on that. Learning a lot about how green screens and these studios work. Lighting, I didn't realize lighting makes a huge difference. It has a huge impact. Still having some technical difficulties in parts of the screen, but this whole office now is a live stream and podcast studio. About the podcast, if you follow me, you may have noticed that I ran a test podcast a couple of days ago. We're going to be going to the podcast format. So this will no longer, after maybe this week, this will no longer be a live show, although it'll be live like. I want to maintain the I guess, I don't know what people call it, campy feeling, authentic feeling. So there'll be minimal edits, but to conduct a live stream, I have to record ahead of time and then upload the assets for you guys to see. What will also happen is the reason I'm going to podcast format is because we're going to be doing interviews with various business owners in our community across the United States. I'm hoping to start out with one a day, one on Tuesdays, and then maybe step it up to 2 or 3 per episode, and we'll be introducing them to you guys as resources for whatever different types of services you need. I mentioned a few weeks ago that I got an agreement from my first guest to join us, and then we're just working out the details on the dates and all of that, and then I have to come up with a whole podcast format. So we're looking about maybe 2 to 3 weeks before that person comes up. This is Boss Moves. My name is Graham Woods. I'm a financial advisor, business consultant, certified value builder. I help owners create, manage, grow, protect, access, and transfer their business value through business value management. And I help apply that value to their business for personal financial planning. Today's episode, we're going to cover 2 things. I want to talk about the fact that we're hiring, and I wanted to go over a presentation that I go over for people that are interested in this position. So it's less details, description on the position, but a little bit more about the opportunity. So I'm going to go over that. And then I wanted to talk about the data software applications that I've been working on for the past couple of years through, I guess we call it my department, Privequity.ai. And you can find that website, Privequity.ai. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. So the company is growing, and I need some help. So I'm hiring, and I have these talking points that I use for job interviews. And what I'm just going to do is I'm going to go over the talking points. So that's how I'm going to go over this opportunity. So my company is a wealth management boutique that only serves business owners and their businesses. I've shocked a couple of vendors that are trying to help me identify and prospect new clients, and they have these filters and screens to help identify ideal clients for me. And one of my things is, do you screen for whether or not they own a business? And they said no. I said, because if they don't own a business, I don't want to talk to them. I only deal with business owners. And because of it's a boutique, I don't have a lot of time for a whole lot of non-business owners. So I'll turn you down if there's no business involved. My background is in financial planning, but I am one of a very few financial advisors who provide value management consulting services. So again, I help owners create, manage, grow, protect, access, and transfer their wealth. So that description is meant to cover across the whole business life cycle. So if you're anywhere from startup to a mature, or startup to growth to mature business, and you're looking to either raise capital and grow, or position your business for sale in the market, position yourself so that you can access the wealth for your retirement, or to access wealth to start the next business, you want to talk to me, because I can help you with that. So I help you owners create, manage, grow, protect, access, and transfer their wealth. My core service is business value management. So that's where I'm focused. Business value management consulting using the Value Builder system. I figure advisors help customers with their investments. A business is one of, if not the largest asset that you have, the largest investment that you have. So just like we advise on the value and risk in your investment accounts, your 401ks, your IRAs, your taxable accounts, I advise on the value and risk of your business. And then I integrate your key investment statistics into your total financial plan. So I take this information that we know about your business, your growth prospects, your plans, the risk in your business, and I apply that to your total portfolio. So I'm looking for partners who will help me source, contact, and close on consulting engagements. So you're not looking for I'm not looking for financial advisors or wealth managers. This position is solely for business consulting and setting up consulting engagements. The commission, and if you're interested, we'll talk a little bit more about that. But the commission is high, so you get a large percentage of the fee that I charge because you're going to be considered a partner in the endeavor. I will assist you with sourcing leads and provide support for marketing and sales, training on the product, and training on sales. So for this position, I did a little workup on the market to show you why I'm so confident that this position is good and that you will make money if you work for me. And in venture capital, when we do presentations for raising capital, we always talk about the TAM, SAM, SOM, the total addressable market, the serviceable addressable market, and the serviceable obtainable market. And this is how I don't believe it's like the complete ultimate analysis for marketing purposes, but it gets an idea of what's out there and what you can do with it. And then it helps investors understand or see that you've done a little bit of research and thought into the market and how you're going to get business. So I look at my market, who I target, and I have this written up on a board in front of me that I never forget who my ideal clients are. And because it's business consulting, I'm targeting business owners that own businesses with revenue between $1 million and $10 million. EBITDA is between $100,000 and $2 million. EBITDA is earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization, or discretionary earnings. And estimated value, that puts their business value somewhere between $300,000 and $10 million. Location, I'm based in Maryland, so I could do anywhere in the U.S., but because it's limited resources, we're looking at PA, Maryland, New Jersey, New York, Delaware, Virginia, and West Virginia. And then I have target industries, but the system that I use is industry agnostic. So, but the target industries: business services, healthcare, education, manufacturing, professional services, and tech. So I already have some private investments of my own in a tech company, and then I also have a startup tech company that I'm working on. So I'm interested in tech, especially fintech. And then these are all private, closely held businesses. So we're dealing with the owners and their families, family-owned businesses, or a few partners. Okay. or a few others. So back to the Tam Sam Som. Now you know who my clients are. I'm not going to go over the persona yet for this, because this is that persona that I'm looking at really applies more to the wealth management and financial planning side, and less to the business consulting side. So the total addressable market we're looking at, I said US and also Canada. So I can provide these services consulting in Canada, and my business appraisers that do the valuations can also do valuations in Canada. And again, 1 million to 10 million in revenue is the size of the companies. So that puts the market, I counted the number of businesses, about 1.54 million businesses like that. And that makes my market, given the fees that I charge, $169.4 billion across the US and Canada. That's huge. And, like they say on Shark Tank, that's not your market. You're not going to get that, because let's narrow it down and think of something more realistic. So let's look at the serviceable addressable market. And to do that, I chose to narrow it to national, so just US. And then I narrowed it to the industries: business services, healthcare, education, manufacturing, professional services, and technology. And based on my count, there's 219,064 businesses between $1 million and $10 million in revenue. And that puts the national market within the US at $24.1 billion. So that's a nice size market. But that's not really realistic, because I'm not going to be able to market to all that. Maybe down the line, when I have, instead of just a sales team, I have multiple sales teams in all 50 states, that might be more reasonable. Right now, we're looking for a single high-speed sales team that's working in my region. So we're going to look at the serviceable obtainable market, and these are the businesses that I can actually reach, I can market to, and that can potentially become clients of mine. I got about in Maryland, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware. And I've even narrowed it down for me as a marketer myself to even like a 200-mile radius around where my office is. But this works overall: Maryland, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware. We're looking at 19,983 businesses, and that's a $209 million market. Okay. So you're like, okay, Graham, that's nice. 19,983 businesses, but how am I can I really find enough business to make the money you're saying I'm going to make on this? Well, I believe so, yes, because I researched some of our competitors. They're not direct competitors, but they are also potential clients of ours. They're a group of business owners called search entrepreneurs. So they do a strategy called entrepreneurship through acquisition. So these are entrepreneurs, rather than starting a business, they purchase a business with the intent of holding that business long term and building and growing that business. A lot of them set up search funds where they raise capital from private investors that help support their search and their acquisition of a business. I am also a search entrepreneur, but I'm a self-funded search entrepreneur. So I use the Value Builder system to evaluate the businesses that I see, and I have a specific target market that I'm looking for, and if those businesses fall within that, then there's a chance I might be interested. But I'm not promising that there's going to be any interest. So don't come to me saying, hey, can you buy my business? That's not that's not how I work. I'm more of a consultant than a investor. So search entrepreneurs, if you research that industry, I guess you could call them, you find that on average, they go through maybe 200 to 285 potential targets per year. So each search entrepreneur, each individual search entrepreneur will visit 200 to 285 businesses before they find their one. And it's usually 1 to 2 years, 2 or 3 years for them to identify this. So we're looking at 600 to and plus businesses that they're going to go over before they find the business they're going to purchase. So businesses that are looking to sell and that want to maximize their net proceeds from a sale. And the goal with the value builder system is to increase the value or manage the value of the business, increase the value of the business, so that if you're ready to raise capital or sell, you can maximize the net proceeds from your business. Their target is, on average, is businesses with revenue of about $6.4 million, EBITDA 1.7, EBITDA growth. EBITDA is earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization. EBITDA growth about 17%, so growth companies or potential growth companies. And on average, they pay a multiple of 7.3 times EBITDA. Okay. So yes, you can, if you follow the search entrepreneur's method of identifying businesses that might be available for sale, you can identify business owners that want to increase the value of their business. And we can preempt those search entrepreneurs, help the owners increase the value of their business, then help them present their businesses to search entrepreneurs for sale. And then I believe that you can also review 200 to 285 businesses per year. I think we can even do better than that. So what's more proof that it's possible? Well, there's these other firms called micro private equity firms. And so they're buying lower middle market businesses like the ones we're talking about, and Main Street businesses. And they review anywhere between 100 to 300 companies per year before they invest. Okay, so the volume is there. And then the final proof is through the Value Builder system, which was introduced in 2011. And since 2011, they've reviewed over 55,000 businesses. 55,000 businesses have gone on to the Value Builder system to get a benchmark valuation and a Value Builder score to work on increasing the value of their business. That's 3,928 businesses per year. So the market is out there. It is possible. The goals that I set, that I believe that you can make, are very reasonable. So here's the tools and support. You're going to be expected to get your own leads, but I'm also going to bring you leads. So leads I get from this podcast and live stream, I will send to you. Leads I get from email marketing and other activities that I do to get business, I'm going to send them to you. I'm going to provide access to a CRM, and the CRM will help me evaluate the sales activity data and make sure I'm using reasonable expectations, commissions, manage commissions, and help with optional coaching. If you need some help on your sales strategy, you'll enter your leads into the CRM. And the reason we do this is because the Value Builder system, if you have a prospect that that likes what you're saying, but wants to check out the score themselves. As you see, I have this QR code in the top corner of the screen. They can go on to the Value Builder system and get the score. And what happens is we get an email that someone took the score and got a base benchmark valuation. And what I need to do is be able to go into the CRM and say, all right, whose person is this? So that I can make sure that you get your lead that you worked hard on yourself. Okay? And then as you grow, once you get some experience and we're confident that this is working for you, I have a relationship with the Value Builder system that I can actually open up a separate user account for you so that you get your own link and QR codes and whatever to keep track of your prospects. I'm also going to provide optional coaching, and you will be a part of the coaching team. So the reason I'm looking for seasoned B2B salespeople is because I think it works best if we work as a team, partners. If you need assistance with your approach, how you're talking to prospects, how you're presenting the opportunity, we all work together and talk about it. This is optional, of course, but I will make myself available to a weekly on Zoom so that we can have these weekly coaching meetings and discussions on strategy, marketing strategy. Or you could tell me, hey, Graham, I need better materials. This isn't working for me. We can help put together better marketing materials. And then I'm going to give you access to ongoing sales training and skill development programs. So those are the tools and support. And then through the Value Builder system, we have tons of marketing assets to help sell business value management in the process that I work with. The position is as an independent contractor, 1 year term contracts. Criteria to keep the contract at the end of the year is you've sold at least 10. And my goal for you is, if you're doing this full time, 30 to 40 new accounts per year per salesperson. And it's 100% commission position. So you can work full time, part time to keep this up. And remember, you're going through 200 to 300 companies per year. I think you can get at least 10 of those. And my goal is for you to get 10% of those, 30 to 40 through the year, close on 10% of those. One of the things I do through the interview is I go through these talking points to let you know about the company. And then I ask, this is a phone call interview, I ask for you to pitch my services to me. And the idea is, on the phone interview, is I just want to hear how you think and how you speak, how you present yourself. And this gives me an idea of whether or not we're going to go to the next step in the interview process. The next step in the interview is a overall case study, and you draw up a short business plan. So I want to see the reason I'm looking for experienced B2B salespeople with college degrees is because I want to see that you know how to approach these business owners, especially if I provide you leads that I've worked real hard to bring to the table. Yeah, that's it. So if you join with me and work hard, you can probably hit this out of the park. and the earnings is unlimited. You can keep selling. I'm not going to stop you. If you decide 40 accounts is not enough, you want more money, I'm not going to stop you. At 100 accounts, I calculated you can make $282,555 a year, plus bonuses. I have a bonus scheme that I use once you hit past those 40 accounts, and we can talk about that should you apply. So, yeah, proven system, great opportunity. I think I gave you enough information to prove that the market is out there. So all you got to do is email me and submit your resume, and let me know that you're interested. 3+ years B2B experience, college degree. If you've owned a business, then you probably have had B2B sales. So if it's not 3+ years of straight sales, but 3+ years of I've owned this business, so I've had to sell to other businesses, then I consider that. And I consider other things too. I'm flexible. It's not strict. I'm not. This isn't corporate America. This is Graham. So if I think you can do it, there's a chance that I will take you on and we can sign a contract. It'll be an independent contractor, and we'll make a lot of money together. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, message me on LinkedIn, submit an application, however you want to do this. And that's that. The next thing I want to do, and I have to open up a screen. There we go. And let me share it. There we go. Share. So I've been working on this thing, a fintech Saas platform for owners of private businesses. And to get to this point where I am today, required a lot of research and study, and even the development of a application. I am not a technical founder when it comes to software development. So last year, I developed a budget app using AI, so an AI-based budget app, and I did the back end and front end development. I learned quite a few things about software development and programming. I've been dabbling in Python programming for a long time, since the early 2000s, but I never really got into it until recently. And so now that's why you might see I may have mentioned on LinkedIn that I'm a full stack developer, just because I believe that if I'm going to start a business like this, then I need to really understand how the development process works from beginning to end. And so I wanted to do that, and I have some goals for this program. So what I would like to do is develop machine learning and AI based apps for business owners, but custom apps. So you can come to me and say, hey, Graham, this is the information that I need to find out about my business, and I want to be able to keep track of it. Can you develop an app for that? And based on my experience with developing that budget app, I know I can develop an app in about a month, from beginning to end, from back end to front end, to provide you the ability to make data driven decisions about your business. And so I guess the website unlock the power of data using machine learning and generative AI to make informed decisions. Business evaluation, gap analysis for investment planning, business analysis for business planning, recommending strategies where corporate finance and financial planning meet. So this is describing my flagship app, which will also be able to integrate with financial planning software, and we'll be able to share with white label and share with other financial advisors that they'll be able to do these things as well. And that's why I started with the first app or module of an app that I did was the budget app, which is not publicly available right now. I had to take a step back from that, but it's out there, and I've done it. So use cases for this, I'll give you an idea. If you're bringing on a new partner, you want to evaluate the partner, startup businesses, recapitalization, de-risking, capital structure, business in distress planning, purchase assets, due diligence, mergers and acquisitions, death and the dismal D's, so dealing with estate planning, retirement planning, owner liquidity, exit planning. These are the business life events that I wanted to talk about today. So, yeah, those are some of the things that I did. Let me see. Yeah, it doesn't describe a lot of the projects that I have going. One of the projects I was working on, government consulting project, and I have some ideas to deal. My background from the military, I was in civil affairs, so I have some ideas about Saas apps that I could use for that civil affairs soldiers can use in the field to help with their mission. And I don't want to go into too much detail about it, but I think we had AI as it is today, and the machine learning and our ability to put it together has gotten to the point where there's a lot of information that we could use to help protect soldiers on the battlefield, help protect the mission, keep the mission forward, and also save on costs. And so I put that on hold indefinitely for a while, but that is something that will be coming out. I have another app that applies to healthcare that I am working on, and it's sort of related to even the military app, but this one is a little bit closer to home. My wife is a physician, and so I've been able to identify needs that can be addressed using a machine learning AI based software as a service application. And then on my flagship app, it's basically taking my whole business service and automating most things. So we're talking about, in all of these apps, we're talking about human augmented artificial intelligence. So we're not letting the AI do everything. I think everybody has had enough experience to know that that's not something that is reasonable to expect the AI to be able to do well. It needs human intervention, and so these are designed with human intervention, which helps manage training the AI, making it more intelligent. Uh, stops and checks to keep it from doing things that are unintentional, and then it increases the quality of the product, because there are, especially in the areas that I'm talking about, the need for human or more social intelligence that an AI computer can never replicate, at least not today. So that is Privequity.ai. Privequity is really, it's just a website, and then it's through my company, GS Woods Financial Solutions LLC. So it's not a separate business. If the securities regulators are listening to this, it's not a separate business. It's still a consulting business, but consulting on technology for small businesses. And we can set up apps for you. I did have use cases for personal private client life events, because I deal with a lot of private clients, and how this whole system will apply to that. And I plan on developing an app that encompasses all the things that I do, that they can subscribe to, and that will be human augmented. So either me or someone like me is in the background monitoring the app and also monitoring client services. So if we see something that needs to be addressed, the app can't be a financial planner. The human is the financial planner that will say, all right, we've identified an issue. Let me give you a call and say, hey, you know what? You might want to look at this. Do you need someone to sit down and talk to you about it? So that's Privequity.ai. The next step really is the development of that healthcare app, and putting together the presentation and deck, and then I guess raising capital. I'm gonna have to raise some capital for it, because we need again. And I'm not a real programmer, so I can get some real programmers in there to strengthen the app a little bit. I'm just doing the MVP, minimal viable product, to share with interested parties. That's Boss Moves, guys. I don't have anything else to say. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to reach out. You can catch me on LinkedIn, Facebook, or I'm on YouTube. That's where I'm live streamed. When I podcast, I'll be broadcasted in multiple places. The last podcast was through Spotify, but I'm not settled on using Spotify yet. But we'll see how that goes. Well, thank you for joining me on Boss Moves. I will see you on Thursday to talk about the personal financial planning part of my live broadcast. And maybe by Thursday, I will have the podcast system set up so that this will be disseminated in more places. I hope to get all of these live broadcasts onto my website. Some of these things I can embed directly into the website. And then I also hope to break some of these up. That's one of the benefits of podcasting. You can break it up into parts and use some of it for different marketing materials. I also hope to improve my green screen background here. Right now I have trees because I'm having difficulty with the lighting and the green screen presentation. So I figured the best way to hide it is to put something green behind me. It just see I can hit the green screen right here, and you see the little ripples in the background. The one behind me is real far away, and then I got another one that I didn't set up today, but I'm gonna have to get rid of this sign because the sign is causing a lot of problems, and it's gonna be like a kind of a triangle, half of a hexagon shape behind me. So the stage that kind of wraps around the screen, wraps around. I'll see you on Thursday. Have a good day.